figured out Jim Halsey and I have one thing in common. We both knew C.O. Brown, and C.O. Brown taught me that I should not be a saxophone player. Anyway, it is such a privilege to be here. You know, 6 months, 8 months ago, I heard that there was going to be a Hall of Fame for the high school, and I thought, what a great idea. I can name half a dozen people real quickly that ought to be on that list. And I'm going to do that. Well, like I often do, I walked into the next room and completely forgot what I was there for and didn't do it. But when Kurt called me, quite frankly, I was speechless. Lawyers are not often speechless. I don't think I put two words into a complete sentence at any time. But we finally got through, and I said yes, and then I had to call him back to find out what the details were, because I was zoning about this thing. Anyway, it is truly a pleasure and a privilege and an honor to be standing here. Somebody once said, who you are is truly known by where you come from. And I got to thinking about that. And when I was in the Senate, all of us were introduced. I was the senator from Montgomery. You know, when you meet somebody, you would say, this is my friend from Hayesville or something. But you identify with where people are from. And I feel so privileged to be from Independence. I was so privileged that I never left. I've actually lived here my entire life, except for the time I lived in that wonderful city of Lawrence. I feel privileged and honored to be a graduate of Independence High School. And thinking about this, I determined in my mind that Independence High School is the perfect place. It's not small, it's not big, but it's just the right size to know the individual students and to tutor the individual students. And in fact, I like it so much that my three daughters all graduated from Independence High School. My two brothers and two sisters all attended Independence High School, and it's a great place. In thinking about this, there are so many people that I want to recognize and talk about that, you know, there's an old African saying that it takes a village to raise a child. Well, I think it takes a village to continue supporting adults for everybody. I could list countless people that I am thankful for. I have decided to narrow it down to three groups. Number one, I want to honor teachers. Teachers everywhere. Certainly the teachers at Independence High School, past and present, because all the successes that are here tonight, or here this afternoon, and all successes you read about started with a teacher that cared. So my hat's off to teachers. Then I'm going to recognize somebody that I have failed to ever recognize publicly. There was this long list of things I have done, and nobody does it on his or her own. There was a person in my life, and for 40 years, she was a legal assistant at our office. Judy Carroll, I owe her probably more to support what I have done. She's probably the second most, my wife, of course, being first. But Judy did all the grunt work while I got all the credit. And I have never stopped to say that, and I mean it from the deepness of my heart. I've lived here, I've had 66 years since I graduated from high school. Anything I have done is because of the influence of teachers at that high school and the support of Judy Carroll. I just figured out, 59 years practicing law, 40 years of those was with Judy. The last person, of course, is the wife that has stuck with me through the good times and the bad times, and there have been plenty of both. Luckily, there have been more good than bad. August the 22nd of this year, she will have put up with that for 60 years. I want to conclude by thanking you for creating this Hall of Fame. I think each of us, which is honored, feel honored and privileged. But I think more importantly, in creating it, it reflects on the school. It reflects on the tutoring, the guiding that all of those teachers and administrators have done over the years, past and are doing presently, to create outstanding citizens. Thank you for this honor, and thank you for creating this.